So vontech is dead. And I know that's a little bit dramatic, but it's kind of true. And so today is going to be all about how we got here, what we can learn from it, and then how I'm going to fix it for 2022. So in 2021, I set myself some pretty big, perhaps unrealistic goals, and I thought that I could achieve them because I had some great success in 2020, and unfortunately after spending the entire year trying to do it, I did fail. But not all is lost because I learned a lot from those mistakes and I set myself up with a great mindset going into 2022. So what went wrong in 2021? Number one, I focused on more content over creativity. Number two, I focused heavily on reviews. And then number three, I ignored the signs that I was getting burnt out. So when I first started YouTube, I was just another YouTuber. I was just another guy out there trying to create content that can help people in one way or another. But over time, I started really enjoying it. I started enjoying the creative aspect of it, and I wanted my videos to get better and better over time. And ultimately, I became a creative, as cheesy as that may sound. And what I learned as I was reflecting over the past year is that being an artist, being a creative isn't worth it if you aren't trying to constantly improve your content. Think about it, making these YouTube videos take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus hours to create. Do you really want to spend that time doing a review on something that you have no interest in, or talking about something that you have absolutely no interest in at all? No, you probably don't. And that is also why I considered the fact that I focused on review videos as a massive mistake that I made in 2021. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely have no issue with doing review videos or people posting review videos at all. And in fact, I probably will continue to do them going forward. It's just going to be videos in which I can actually tell a story about rather than just a review video in general like I'm typically used to. They're helpful and I watch them all the time myself. What I have a problem with is coming to the creative side. If you do review videos, certain type of review videos, especially in the PC tech world, they restrict you creatively because there's not much to talk about. There's not much of a story to tell. So go ahead and take CPU coolers for example. Once you tell them, show them what it looks like, show them how well it performs, and maybe show them how to install it, the video is essentially over. There's not much creative outlet that you can really have because it's kind of restricting. And I've had a very difficult time finding out how to make a review video on a CPU cooler unique, super creative. It's very difficult for me because there's not much difference unit to unit to unit. Going into 2022, people want to hear about a story. They want a reason to invest their precious time into me or you. And if you can't make a compelling story behind a review or a product review, is there really a reason to make that review at all? And to me, that answer really is no. And this really dawned on me when I watched a recent review video from Nicholas Crystal. It was a review of the Zhiyun Crane M3, but it was more than just a review. It was a story about different gimbal movements that can make you a better storyteller. And he used the gimbal to show them off. And within the story, he also talks about the pros and cons of the Crane M3. It makes a perfect review of something that's more than just a review. It's also a great story, something that we can get behind, something that we want to invest our time in. So for me, it's okay that you sprinkle in reviews here and there where applicable for your audience. But for me, you should really focus on the content that's going to really help your community grow. Not just your sub count, but your community. That's what's most important here on YouTube. And if we can do this, not only will our retention be better in our videos and we'll get more views because of it, get more subscribers because of it, and our channel will grow, but the inspiration behind your channel, your inspiration, your creativity will also grow as well, which is, in my opinion, super important. Much more important, in fact. If we can't and we're stuck to making these redundant videos, these videos that we just kind of just keep making and keep making and keep making, we fall into this loop, this nonstop loop that becomes unfun and lose our creativity. Our creativity starts to dwindle and eventually we get to a point where we're burnt out, which, if I'm being honest with you guys, is a feeling I am far too familiar with over this past year. I got caught up in making content that I thought you guys wanted to see, and while it's really important to hear your audience and see what they want to see next, it's far more important, in my opinion, to be making videos that you're being creative and you are super excited to make in the first place. Because honestly, misery will be felt throughout your videos. And videos that you don't want to make, videos that you have no interest in making in the first place, will take 10 times longer anyway. So if you find yourself in this never-ending, soul-crushing cycle like I just described, then maybe you just need to take a break, whether it's a week or 2 weeks or a month or a couple months. Take what you need, time you need to get out there and feel better. And then take some time to build an actual plan, a plan that your heart follows, a plan that you actually want to pursue. I hate seeing people quit, and I keep seeing people quit because
they just keep making content they're not interested in. So get your head right, set up a plan that your heart can follow, and you're gonna do a lot better than somebody who's just creating content on something they're not interested in, even if they started the content when they were interested in it. I mean, interests do change over time, so do what you need to do and shift your niche if you need to. I personally recognized that I needed a break months ago, and I just kept pushing through. I said, oh, it's just a little hiccup. I'll feel better soon. And eventually, I just felt worse and worse and worse. And I got to a point where I didn't want to make content at all. And I almost completely quit. And when I took my break, it was very hard to come back from that break because, again, I was so burnt out. It's been a month and a half since I stopped making videos. And it's been a really hard couple weeks trying to get myself to make a video again. And I found myself watching hundreds of YouTube videos trying to figure out what's wrong with me, instead of just taking time to breathe. And when I finally took time to breathe, I finally got the inspiration back, a little bit of creativity, an idea, a plan together for this channel moving forward. But I will warn you guys right now, it's gonna be much different than my channel was before the break I took. Going forward, every single video I make is gonna come from the heart. It's gonna come from my passions. I'm not gonna just sit here and make content on something I'm not interested in making anymore. As we all know, PC tech is pretty rough right now. And so moving forward, I'm gonna walk away from PC tech. It's just not gonna be a centerpiece for this channel. I might make a video once in a while about it, but again, moving forward, I have no plans to focus on PC tech just because it's such a rough atmosphere out there right now, and it's not good for inspiration or creativity. I wanna create content that I feel like is actually helping you guys. It's helping me keep myself creative, things that I think that are beneficial. Videos about my experiences that I think I could be beneficial to you guys. Content that feels more fulfilling to me. Personal development type videos, financial freedom type videos, content that I think about, things I think about all the time, but I never share online because it's just not my niche. And they are all topics that I feel like you guys could all respond on, you guys could relate to on a much larger scale as well.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for sticking around this long if you have already. I appreciate you guys, all of your support through 2020, 2021, and I hope that I retain your support in 2022, but you guys do have an idea of where this channel is headed moving forward, so I totally understand if this isn't something that you're interested in and you decide to unsubscribe. Either way, I pray for you guys to have a wonderful 2022 because we all know that 2020 and 2021 were pretty rough altogether. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you guys had a great holiday season, and I'll see you guys in the next one.